So what is empathic communication, and can we actually teach empathy? In this video, our part 3 of this 3-part series, all about our communication and how we can become better communicators. In this video, we're going to talk about some helpful communication skills, and we are going to learn a little bit about the work of Dr. Chaim Ganut, who wrote Between Parent and Child, and he was also the I think the philosophy that these two books are written under, Dr. Chaim Ganut's philosophy. And that's Adele Faber and Elaine Maslish who wrote that, How to Talk So Kids Will Listen. So I want to first talk about these principles of empathic communication. And the first one is the beginning of wisdom is listening. Listening that is empathic enables parents to hear the feelings that the words try to convey, to hear what children are feeling and experiencing, to hear their point of view, and thus understand the essence of their communication. Acknowledge your child's feelings. Oh, I see. I appreciate your sharing your strong feelings with me. So that's your considered opinion. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Number 2, do not deny your child's perceptions. Do not dispute his feelings. Do not disown his wishes. Do not deride his taste. Do not denigrate his opinions. Do not derogate his character. Do not argue with his or her experience. Instead, acknowledge. Acknowledgement expresses respect for the other person's opinion. Number 3, instead of criticism, use guidance. State the problem and possible solution. Do not say anything negative to the child or the person about herself. And I will talk more about that too with some more tools. Number 4, when angry, describe what you see, what you feel, and what you expect, stating with the pronoun I. I'm angry. I'm annoyed. I feel furious. I feel indignant. I feel aghast. But avoid attacking the child or the spouse. Number 5, in praising, when you want to tell your children what you appreciate about them or their effort, describe the specific acts. Do not evaluate character traits. Here's an example. The dishes and glasses are all in order now. It'll be easy for me to find what I need. It was a lot of work, but you did it. Thank you. Allow your words to help the child to make his or her own inference. My mother liked what I did. I'm a good worker. Like, that's what they're saying to themselves. Number 6, learn to say no in a less hurtful way by granting in fantasy what you can't grant in reality. Children have difficulty in distinguishing between a need and a want. It's less hurtful to at least acknowledge children's wishes by describing your understanding of their desire. Oh, how I wish we could buy you a new bicycle. I know how much you would enjoy riding around town and to school. It would make life so much easier for you. Right now, our budget will not allow it. Let's see what we can do with our budget, and we'll see what we can do for maybe Christmas. That's just an example of saying no, but acknowledging their wishes. And the last principle from Empathic Communication by Dr. Chaim Ganut is number 7, give children a choice and a voice in matters that affect their lives. Children are dependent on their parents, and dependency may breed hostility. To reduce enmity, a parent provides children with opportunities to experience independence. the more autonomy, the less enmity. I hope I'm saying that right. The more self-dependence, the less resentment of the parent. So those were my, 7 takes from reading Between Parent and Child, Dr. Haim Ganiut, The Principles of Empathic Communication. So these are all skills. Again, we can learn these really valuable communication skills, and there are some helpful communication skills for these one-to-one encounters. So I'm going to give you 8 more, little skills for these one-to-one encounters, and then we're done with our little 3-part series. So the first one is to concentrate. Concentrate on what the other person is saying. So remember how I started this whole series? What's another word that we can spell with the word silent? Or listen, and it's silent. So we're going to concentrate. We're often we're thinking of either what we're going to say in reply or of something else that's on our mind. And as a result, we don't always hear what the other person is saying. So you're going to try to concentrate on what they're saying. Number 2, we're going to allow the other person to finish the sentence that completes the thought. It's tempting to interrupt before the person is finished. I know. We can often jump to conclusions, the wrong ones, by doing so. So we're going to allow the other person to finish the sentence. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to clarify. Clarify what you heard the person saying before responding. So what I'm hearing you say is, did you mean that you want to? And the fourth one is make a non-judgmental response to encourage the person to feel accepted. Something like, oh, I see. Tell me more. Really? You don't say. Those are all some non-judgmental responses. Number 5, make sure all has been said. Is there anything else you want to say? Do you have anything else on your mind? Number 6, don't use put downs, such as, how'd you think that? You're crazy. I can't believe you just said that. Don't you know any better? Let's try not to do that. Number 7, maintain good eye contact. Look at the person who's speaking to you. It can be frustrating to the speaker to have your eyes and perhaps your thoughts wandering all over the room. This is hard for people nowadays, the eye contact. It's interesting. And the last tip, these are helpful communication skills for one-to-one encounters. The last tip is respect the speaker's space. Each of us has a safe distance we maintain when talking to other people. Don't crowd the other person's safe space. Some people don't like to be touched physically. So respecting their space. So I hope that these skills were helpful for you. And I hope this 3-part mini series on becoming a better communicator helps you to develop stronger relationships or, gain cooperation with your kids. I know there's a whole nother positive discipline tool that I'm going to be working on with the school of how we can win cooperation. So that might be another video in the future. But I'm going to leave you with a few thoughts on emotions, on feelings. That's what we're, remember with Dr. Marshall Rosenberg, we're trying to figure out those feelings. We're also teaching these feelings words. We're helping our children and our partners and our co-workers to build this emotional intelligence, social emotional skills. So, what are emotions? What are emotions? And emotions are actually generated in the brain, in the limbic system. And I have a whole nother brain in the palm of our hand video that you can look up. But the energy that fuels the brain, these are these emotions. and they do create motion in the brain and the body. And it's the prefrontal cortex that regulates emotions. And we know how important that prefrontal cortex is. And if you don't forget, you can watch another video on that. And that's the flip your lid, I think I called it. And what are these feelings? Let's try to, maybe make that chart at home with the access with the sad, glad, scared, mad. And, what are feelings? Feelings are the language of energy. They move us mentally, verbally, and physically. And we can't see this energy always, but it's important not to ignore it, not to ignore your feelings. Feel your feelings. And I think this is all valuable information to know. Just a lot of the work I do is with parents, with teachers, obviously knowing feelings and emotions. But we have to be aware too of that non-verbal communication. And that is, as you know, if you have any relationships with children or with other people, non-verbal communication is what we need to be aware of too. And we're trying to allow the other person to feel safe, and to really feel seen and feel heard. And you can do that with your body, with your, like I said before, your kind eyes and really having patience with communication and modeling this. I think, EQ is more important nowadays than IQ. We've got AI for that, but we do need the EQ. And there are, like I said, those, and I teach this in some of the workshops, is that non-verbal communication. So, someone when they're listening to you, you know that feeling because you feel like, wow, that person really heard me. You feel better. So if you want to learn more, reach out. My website, kristenanker.com, KristenAnker.com. You can message me, set up a free strategy call to learn how to use these skills. These are really, really important skills. I have all different types of clients, but mostly they are parents, they are teachers, they are school leaders. And when you can teach this to your kids, when you could teach them how to communicate, how to really connect to their feelings, they become more empathic. People want to be around those type of people, right? You want to, it's, I think, a great way to be. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope this helped in one of your relationships. And I'd love to teach you more. So watch more videos, reach out to me, and happy to help in any way that I can. All right, bye for now, and feel your feelings. And let's figure out, what are those feelings telling us? Our bodies are really amazing tools, and we have to pay attention. Notice, awareness. All right, bye for now. Have a great day.